So this is our 2020 Robot 3 Days design so far. Most of it is to sort of we're moving on to manufacturing right now. The climber is still in prototype mode, but I'll just kind of go through the features that we have here. So we'll start with the chassis. So that's kind of one of the most important parts of any robot. We have just a regular standard like West Coast drive we're using 6-inch pneumatic wheels. We're using 35 chain on the drivetrain. We have cam tensioners to keep the wheels or the chain tension, so we don't lose tension there and don't slip and drop a chain. We wanted to use pneumatic wheels because we thought it might cushion the going over the bumps on the midfield, the bumps that are on underneath the climbing tower there. So that's kind of our reason behind that. Our electronics will be mounted in our base plate down here, and these are just single speed transmissions. It's around like 12 feet per second. So we decided to do an over the bumper intake. It simplifies our bumpers so we can just have one piece going all the way around. Right now it's just modeled as this so we can see dimensions and whatnot and fits. But it just makes it a little bit simpler, and with these size balls, it makes more sense to go up and over the bumper. We're using 2 rollers on the intake, so these 2 right here, they're going to be either belted or chained together, possibly using polycord also, or sort of like surgical tubing. We're still in the process of making that and testing it out. So we actually, kind of a unique thing is we have polycord right here we're going to be using to drive the balls up this box, basically, up to the shooter wheels. And it's all going to be connected by this central shaft right here. We'll be driving the shaft with the gearbox and motor, and it's going to drive both the intake wheels and the hopper mechanism. So we can just run that sort of constantly, and when we're intaking balls, and balls will go up, move up in queue. For our shooter, we have 4 6-inch traction wheels, or the Andy Mark ones you see in like the kit of parts. We're just right now we're just kind of still playing with the distance between them a little bit. That kind of controls our compression on the ball. If we move them closer to each other or farther apart. They're just they come from a Versaplanter, the 3-to-1 from a mini sim up here. Each side is individually driven. We figured 3-to-1 speed from that mini sim would be a pretty decent reduction. From testing that we've seen, it is, and it works pretty well. So that's basically the gist of it. We're going to be able to rotate this when we're tuning our shooter and adjusting where our shot is. This actually pivots back in off the intake shaft also. So like this centralized shaft right here serves like 3 major purposes, both the driving for the hopper and driving for the intake rollers, but it also serves as the rotation point for our shooter. And we'll be placing it in a location that makes most sense when we're adjusting the shooter. We'll just be putting a bar in here. So our climber, we're still under developing a little bit, but we're trying to do like a linear slide thing where it will come out of the tube with a latch, kind of like a carabiner latch. It'll latch on the bar, and we'll just lift ourselves off the ground for some quick points. Most of the robot was designed using Vex VersaFrame tubing in like VersaFrame stock. Some of the stuff is being CNC'd, so like these plates here, we have access to a CNC router. We're actually actively cutting them right now, so getting ready to put those together. We enjoy using Vex parts, so we just like the pre-drilled holes and everything. So, but that's about all we have. So thank you for your time.